Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live tonight. Now, tonight, I'm going to teach very simply 6 or 7 questions that I think are the most important questions if you have the goal to hit 6 figures or more, packaging your knowledge, your expertise, your education, and your experience. And you've been trying to figure out, how do I go to work as myself? How do I package my knowledge? But how, not only do I do that, but how do I do it in the most profitable way? You are in the right space tonight. I'm so excited to be here. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company over 20 years ago. I simply made a decision to go to work as myself, and I wanted to figure out how to leverage my background as a corporate trainer and my systems in motherhood in my own business. That's how I got started as the mom strategist, and I've built an amazing business that has allowed me to transfer step by step what I've learned over the years to package my knowledge for high ticket. My mastery is coaching smart, sharp, bright, ambitious women who do the work. They're implementers, they're action takers, they're go-getters, and they're giants in their talents and their skills and their ability to create results for others. And if that's you, you're in the right place today. No matter how you're seeing this, when you're seeing this, if it's a replay, or if you're watching this on my YouTube channel or any of these social media platforms that I frequent, I want to welcome you to this live tonight. Now, I can tell you that this is going to be an incredible live, and you're likely going to want to write something. You're going to want to get a piece of paper so you can write something down. If you don't have something to write these questions down, go get paper now. All right. And you're not going to want to be on your phone typing the questions. You're actually going to want to write them down. And I encourage you to do this. Now, let me tell you my reason for doing this particular live. My goal this year is to support more women with hitting 6 figures by the end of the year. And it's absolutely possible. My mastery is helping my clients take what they know how to do and how to put it in a high ticket structure that they can sell. I'll give an example. I was on a coaching call just last night with one of my clients. I know she's in her 60s, but she might even be 70. Okay. And so I want you guys to hear me on this. And she is an educational trainer for the populations that have had some disadvantages, who are just getting started, like starting over again. And one of the things that we've done since we've worked together is help her craft and to pitch her very first high ticket offer. And it's a huge offer. Now imagine that she is in her 70s, 60, late 60s, early 70s, and she has put together an offer for over $40,000. It's literally her very first offer. And I say this to you because a lot of us, we just don't have the belief that our very first deal, that we could pitch a deal that big. And I see it all the time with my clients, but there are 6, maybe 7 things that I'm going to share with you today that are really going to support you in elevating your thinking around what is possible for you. And that's the only reason that I come live. That's the only reason that I share what I share, because if there's 1 or 2 of you who decide as a result of hearing what I say, and you move in the direction of the change that can really make all the difference for you, if there's 1, then I've done my job, right? Because I use my talents for good. So I'm so excited about tonight's live. It's how to hit 6 figures or more. And I say or more, leveraging your gifts and your talents in a relatively quick, short period of time. But there are 6 or 7 questions that I think if you want to do that you need to ask yourself. And most of us never do. Now, for those of you who are just joining me, I want to say nice to virtually meet you if you're just here for the very first time. And I also just want to invite you, if you're not already a part of my Facebook group, join my Giant Life and Business Results group here on Facebook, Giant Life and Business Results. And I only want to talk about having a giant life and creating amazing business results. It's what I'm into. And if you're interested in being a part of a culture like that, and you are a giant in your mindset, then join us on here on Facebook. So I'm really excited about that. You know, my story, the last thing I'll say, as a result of me deciding to build my business. And I've coached thousands of women over the last 20 years, and I've supported them in standing in their value and being giant for themselves and not playing small. And they've been able to change their lives. And what that looks like is that if you get your time back, think about how you can show up for the things that matter more for you, that likely you're picking and choosing because of the way that you work. If you can renegotiate the way that you're working, somebody write amen, right? If you can renegotiate the way that you're working, it's a game changer. It's not just about money, okay? It's about being able to build a business that creates truly freedom for you to show up for the things that matter the most. Now, for me, it was my husband developed kidney disease over a decade ago, went on dialysis, and I was so grateful that I had built a business that had an incredible model that would allow me to show up for my family, for my husband when we needed it most. And it's the reason why I don't listen to any excuses about how you don't have the time to do whatever it is that you want. You make the time. You make the time to change your life. That's the mindset you have to have. And that was certainly the mindset that I had. You make the time, right, to invest in yourself at the highest and tallest level if it's going to change your life. That's the mindset that you have to evoke and create change in your world. To be in the company of other women, your own ambition level and above, you have to have an appetite for that. And if you don't, got to work on your stuff. All right. So I'm going to start right now. If you're ready, I want you to write, I'm ready. You guys know the drill. And even if you're watching the replay, I want you to write, I'm ready. And I'm going to get started with the live. I believe you need to be ready for a powerful message. And this today, I can't even believe I'm doing this, but I know that there's someone out here that's going to listen to this. You're going to write these down, and then you're going to say, you know what? This is exactly what I need to do to be able to change the trajectory of my life. And if this is you, I'm so excited for you because I know the next 6 months are going to be unrecognizable. Here are the 6 things that I know that you need in order for you to hit 6 figures or more in your business. And it's based on what I've done personally in my own business, but it's also based on what I've been able to give my clients based on my know-how, my skills, my talents, and my mastery. And I would say it is my mastery in that I've had tons of clients who have been able to replace their work income. Many of them have transitioned and worked full-time for themselves as a direct result of coaching with me. And many of them equally have created products for $2,500, $5,000, 10 grand, 20 grand, 30,000, $50,000 or more per client. And it's changed their life. It's changed. Many of them have created freedom in a way that their time now is their own, and they can travel the world or do things that they've always wanted to do or be available for their family, for their parents, for their kids in ways that they had only imagined that corporate wouldn't do for them. And if this is you, you're going to love this. Number 1. All right. Number 1 is the very first thing you need to do if you want to hit 6 figures or more by the end of this year, okay? Packaging your knowledge, right? You first must have an ability to create results for others. And when you have an ability to create results for others, just think right now about what is it that you know how to do. The very first thing that you must do is you've got to create a package that entails what you can do for someone. So it's one thing to have a talent or skill. It's another thing to provide a service. And this is what I see, and I'll give an example. I have a lot of clients over the years who, let's say, are therapists, okay? They're amazing at what they do. So they have the ability to support their clients with all kinds of transformation based on whatever their level of therapy is and whatever their specialty is. Great. And most of them are trading time for dollars, charging $150 an hour or $300 an hour and praying that insurance pays them, covers them for what they do. But the truth of the matter is, if you just thought about your specialty, if they just thought about their specialty in terms of what transformation are they really creating over and over again, and they packaged it into a high ticket offer, it would be a game changer for them. So I want you to just think about what I'm saying here. Like, imagine if you just knew how to put together your package of what it is that you know how to do into a high ticket structure. Like, what if you knew what went in the package? What if you knew how to design the package for yourself? What if you knew what to offer based on your skills and your talents and the results that you can bring? Is this making sense? If your goal is to hit six figures or more by the end of this year, one of the very first things that you must have is a package, a knowing of what is it that I do for someone at the highest level to create amazing results. And it is what my specialty is helping my clients identify for themselves what that thing is. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a niche, although it could be. It could just be something that you're really amazing at. Let me give an example. I'll use a personal example. I started my business as the mom strategist. I cannot say that it was a mom strategist niche. No, I had an ability to create results for myself first. I knew how to always find time systematically for myself and show up powerfully for myself. And I believe that the way I was living influenced my parenting and influenced my marriage, right? And I knew that if I could show other women that were lost in motherhood what I was doing, it would elevate their existence. I created a package with what I knew how to do. And as a result of that, it allowed me to write best-selling books and get corporate deals and do television and things like that. So I want you to think outside of the box around your skills, your talents, and your gifts. What we need, if your goal is to hit six figures or more by the end of this year, we actually need a package from you. Are we clear? If we're clear, I want you to write, we are clear, all right? And remember, this is interactive. Even if you're watching the replay, I want to see, okay? I want to see your comments here. Are you clear? Is this making sense, all right? Is this making sense, all right? You need a package. You need to know how to put the package together. You need to know what goes in the package. You need to know what your core offer could be. What could it look like so that you can begin offering the highest level of service, what you know how to do to others, okay? And the reason that most people aren't where they want to be in their businesses, and I work with tons of coaches who've come to me, they already have what they think is a package, but no, they have an offer. And they have an offer. And there is a difference when you're offering a service versus bringing a package. And I would love to help you understand how to identify a high ticket package for yourself, because it'll make all the difference. Number two, the second thing that you must have, and we're talking today about how to hit six figures in your business, right? With six simple questions that you need to ask yourself. Six questions, all right? First is, what is my package? Second question is, how much should I be charging for my package? Okay, hear me on this, okay? How much should I be charging for my package? You guys hear me? How much I should make it a song. How much should I be charging? All right. Now, why am I saying it this way? Very specifically. Because most people hear me, they Google search, they look at what somebody else is charging, they check the market to determine what they should be charging. But your price is based on what you bring to the table. See, your value is not a value that's established outside of you. Okay. And if you ever want to be unsure, uncertain about whether your price is the right price or not, go check somebody else's price and use that price. Okay. And if they don't know that value, you get that value. Okay. That's what happens to people that don't know that value. You actually need to know how much you need to charge and how do you put together what your pricing is. And it's the thing that most people do not understand is how to determine their price. And it's the reason why they stay at those low fees. It's the reason why they trade time for dollars, because they understand that for the most part, most of us are used to having value established for us or outside of us. Let me explain. Most of your career choices, your options, it came with a salary, and it came with some parameters. And someone said, here's the scope of what you can earn. And now you're in business for yourself and you're like, head scratch, I have no idea what I should be charging for what I'm offering. And so you start to look around and you find like this maybe, and you think, okay, this is what these folks are charging. This must be what the market is. And I can tell you this as a result of being in business and having coached thousands of people. Most people have things on their websites that don't sell at all, like zilch. Okay. Most people aren't selling what you're seeing. So when you go to somebody's site, just because you see a core offering doesn't mean it's selling. All right. So don't go taking lifting prices. You need to know how to put your prices together. You need to know why the price is the price. You need a system that teaches you how to understand what your value is so you know how to calculate your own value. Does this make sense? All right. And that has been for you likely the missing piece because you don't know how to calculate your own prices. It's what I teach my clients how to do. When they're done working with me, they know why their price is the price. They know how to value what they're doing through the exercise that I teach them through my consulting. I show them exactly what it should be. Number three. Okay, the third thing that you, in my opinion, I think is really important to do is you need to know how to position yourself if your goal is to hit six figures by the end of this year, packaging your knowledge. And we're making some assumptions here. I'm making some assumptions. You have an ability to create results. You're a rock star. You're incredible at what you know how to do. But you're like, I'm a rock star, but how do I make this transition from working with people one-on-one to, charging $2,500 per client? I'm charging $200 an hour. How does this work? Okay. Well, the third piece that's really important, and if I'm reading your mind, tell me you're reading my mind. I know I am. Okay, is that you need to know how to position yourself. So most people do not understand how to position themselves. So let's say you're brand new in business, right? And you're like, I don't have any customers. I don't have any testimonials. I have an ability to create results for folks, and I've had, maybe you've done some things volunteer, or maybe you've heard all these people tell you to do these beta trials, or maybe you've done all of the 5-day challenge, and you've done all of these things, right? But you don't have any proof that you can create results for others. And you're like, how am I going to charge high ticket for what I do? And I don't have any proof, right? That might be you, or it might be that you have an ability to create results and you might have some testimonials, but maybe the kind of testimonials that you have don't fully represent the results that you're able to create. So you're like, how am I going to use these? I mean, my therapy clients say how nice I am, how kind I am, but they're not really the kind of results that I'm looking to, to move forward or market. So the third thing that you have to do if you want to hit six figures or more in your business, you got to know how to position yourself as the obvious choice. And let me explain. Like, over the years, if you're great at what you do, if you're magnificent at what you do, if you're fabulous at what you do, if you're giant at what you do, you're going to find that there are going to be other people going to want to do you be you. They can't. All right. So the thing that positions you is your ability to create results for others. And so for me, over the years, everything I've taught my clients, now lean into this, guys. Everything I've taught my clients, I've done personally. So I've never said, hey, look, I've gotten media. I've been on these shows and you can't see me on the show. I've never said, hey, I've helped this person get themselves free, and you've not seen or heard the testimony from that person. You've never heard me say, I have helped this number of people leave their job and not hear them say, I love my job as a result of working with her, right? So positioning yourself is telling the truth, okay? And understanding that you have a responsibility in business, in your marketing, to capture the full story of what you do. And when you do, you are positioned differently. I don't care how many people in the world say, I do packaging my knowledge. I can help you get free. I can help you leave your job. Corporate America is something in the past for you. If they don't have the ability and the results to move those things forward, then it's just not real. It's not the same thing. People will come to you over and over again when you position yourself, when you know what to put in your marketing so that you are positioned in a way based on the results and transformation you bring to the table. I want to check in. I want to pause for a second. Are you guys following me? Is this clear for you? I wanted to break this down today because one of the things that I think is in the way of so many smart, talented, incredibly brilliant women who have the ability to create results for others not getting there is because they don't want to tell the truth, because somebody's made you feel wrong for saying, look, this is what I'm great at. This is what I'm amazing at. The reason that people want to work with you is because you know what you're great at. What I'm really, really good at is helping my clients stand in their value. I have the ability to help my clients to show up for themselves powerfully, powerfully, right? They have a responsibility to own the gifts and talents that they have. And I know that when I help them understand what their value is and how to build their packages, that the next piece of that, structuring in their marketing to be able to tell the truth so that finding new clients becomes that much easier. It's easier to find new clients when what you do, you consistently do over and over again, and you can demonstrate it. Does that make sense? Then you don't need to do hype. You don't need to do any of that. And I always share this on my lives. We have one for my program, the Giant Experience Master Training, which is a great first step if you want to work with me. We have a 4-hour testimonial reel, like 4 hours. Okay, and it's not even the whole thing, but we just cut it off. It's like 4 hours. My videographer worked 4 hours. I was like, it's 4 hours. I didn't even know if it was going to be 4 hours, right? Of like little vignettes of clients, different clients. Now, I say this because I want you to ask yourself, how many coaches have you ever seen with a 4-hour testimonial reel for one product? Okay, you know what I mean? It just transcends any disbelief, okay? Because you can see for yourself, like, oh my God. So I want you to understand that positioning yourself as the obvious choice in your marketing is your responsibility as you build a product that creates results for others, as you price that product to value the results, the change that you can create for someone, and you position what you do around each result over and over again, you are unstoppable. Trust me on that, okay? Number four. The fourth thing that you must do if you want to hit 6 figures by the end of this year with what your knowledge is that you need to know where to go to find your buyers. All right. And people make this way harder than it is, but I'm going to tell you, your buyers are everywhere. Your buyers, they are everywhere. And when you have a strategic way to get in front of your buyers, it could be using live platforms. It could be using ads. That might be what you choose to do. It could be networking. I do a lot of local networking or, networking. It could be referrals. It could be tons of things. It could be the clients that you've already worked with wanting to work with you again. There are lots of ways to continue to find buyers, but you must have a source to be able to do that in order for you to continue to generate revenue in your company over and over and over again. It's very important. And if you don't have a source for that, I'd love to show you different ways to get your ideal clients to come to you. Now, one of the things that I love to do with clients is show them that when you are great at what you do, your ideal clients will come to you. They'll ask you, can I work with you? Can you help me? I have this problem. It looks like you could do this. Can you do this for me? They'll inbox you. They'll DM you. They'll write you on contact forms. They'll reach out to you over and over again. They'll message you, because when you're positioned properly, number 3, okay, and you on platforms where your buyers are and they see what you do, okay, the natural thing is for them to reach out. And a lot of us, we've made it way too hard. I'm going to go all old school on everybody, right? Because I know that, like, one of the things that happens when you hear someone like me talk about, marketing online, the first thing people like to think is, oh, sure, Mia, but you have a following. You got 15,000 people here and blah, blah, blah. Let me explain this to you, okay? I started my business 20 years ago when there was no Facebook Live or YouTube Live. There was none of that, okay, in this way. I remember Twitter. Literally, I filled most of my coaching programs simply from Twitter, like a phrase, like I think it was 25 characters. Okay. I had a strategic process that I set that I put in place, and I just, that's how I got my clients. You do not have to do it the way everybody else is doing it. You don't have to go live all the time if you don't want to. You don't have to go on Instagram all the time. I have clients that never go online, but they find the method that's right for them. All right. And they set up processes that allow their ideal clients to come directly to them. And that is, to me, one of the most important parts of the finding buyer piece. And if you don't have this piece, it's very important. It's the reason why likely, you're not as profitable as you'd like to be by right now. Okay. But you can change that by the end of the year. And I'd love to support you with that. Okay. And also, one of the biggest questions is number 5. I didn't label it. Okay. Is number 5 is, and how do I sell? Okay. So let's say you have the right buyer, but one of the biggest things that gets in the way of people hitting 6 figures or closing deals or bringing in enough revenue is they actually don't know how to have a sales conversation that's true to them. And a lot of people are really afraid of selling. A lot of people are. And I found a really simple way to teach my clients in multiple ways how they can sell based on them, based on their background, based on their, their personality that's not salesy. And I will tell you that when you understand this method, that it is really a game changer for you. My clients come on and I coach with them once a week. And it's amazing how just role playing with them, me helping them identify for themselves what to say, how it ups their game, their sales ratios, and they go from 20% to closing at 40% or 50% per client. Think about this. Imagine that you had 10 people that were potentially interested in what you had, and you had the opportunity to speak to them, and you closed 4 out of 10, and you're charging $10,000 for what you do. It's 40 grand a month. Okay, like all day, every day is an amazing month. So it's worth making whatever investments you need to make to just learn what to say. I'm just teaching you guys from my heart how to think about what your next level looks like. I'm going to recap, and then I'll give you the last one, which is the recap is how to hit 6 figures or more by the end of this year. Here are 6 important questions to ask yourself, I think are the most. Number 1, this is my opinion. Number 1 is, what is my package? What are you offering? What's the package? And likely you need some advice on what could go in the package for you, what you want to offer. And so you can elevate your core offering. It makes all the difference. And if you don't know how to do this, look, sign up for my masterclass. I'll show you how to do it. And you'll know how to do it by the end of the masterclass. Over the course of 45 days, you'll be super clear. All right, number 2, how much do I charge for it? How much do I charge for what my package is? How much should it be based on what I bring to the table? My education, my background, my experience, my expertise. We're talking high ticket, right? So how do you know what the price should be? And how do you get comfortable around that price if you don't know how that number is derived? That's why you can't just check and grab somebody else's prices. Number 3, how do I position myself? If I'm new, how do I do it? How do I tell people like I can create a result for you and I don't have testimonials? And if I'm more experienced, maybe I don't have the what should I be focusing on in positioning myself so that people will see that I'm the person that can create the result for them, right? So that's really important, because the only reason I want to sign up for what you have is because I know that you can create the result for me. Are we clear? Okay. All right. And then number 4, where do I find my buyers? And this is such an important question. It is really where a lot of people, well-intentioned, lose their way. So they think that the only way to market is on Facebook. The only way to market is Facebook ads. And it's just not. There's so many amazing ways to get in front of your ideal clients. And there's also ways to set things up so your ideal clients come to you. And if you don't know how to do that, get in the masterclass, the Giant Experience, and learn how to do that. All right. And then number 5, how do I sell? How do I sell? How should my strategic sales process, what should it look like? Okay, I don't even have a sales process, right? You might be saying, how do I build something real simple for myself that allows me on demand to consistently know if I do these things, it works for me? that my number in terms of closing is 30%, 40%, 50% per client or more. Because if you're doing on more, you're cooking with hot grease. All right. That means that the majority of the people you're talking to are saying yes because you're very, very clear on what it is that you bring to the table. If you don't know how to do that, listen. Let someone show you how to do it. I'd love to be that person. And number 6, drum roll, please. Da, 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 is, and what do I say? Okay, what do I say to my ideal client? So let's say I have someone I can sell to, and they've come through my funnel, they've come through my process. But what actually should I be saying to them? What do I say to them when they say yes? What do I say to them when they say no? What do I say to them when they have an objection? How do I identify if it is an objection or not? Okay, what should my response be? What do I give them? If you don't have a process where you know the answers to these things and you're like, head scratch, man, like I'm not doing any of these things. Come on, all right, because it's part of the sales process. And I see it all the time. Like, what happens if somebody wants to work with you? And do you have a process that's clear that you can communicate to them that you feel good about? And the reason a lot of people don't close sales is because they're so focused on selling an offer that they don't understand how to really help that client understand that you are for them and you get them and you know what it is that they need. All right. So that's what I have for you today. I want to check in for a minute. And did you guys get value today? Or did you get value, right? Like, did you get value or did you get value? And I told you I was going to bring my A game as always. And my only goal is to support you in hitting your goals. We got plenty of time by the end of the year for you to hit your goals, but you got to lean in right now. And, one of the things I was just telling my clients yesterday, I said, look, the truth of the matter is that so many people are focusing right now on vacationing. They're vacationing, like, they're going for that ride on the hamster wheel, we vacation, right? And like, oh, I've been waiting for this all year. And they've lost their way. They've lost their focus. They'll allow 1 week to get in the way of a lifetime, right? You could build your plan right now. By the end of this month, sign up for the Giant Experience Master Training right now. And you could have, by the end of the next couple of weeks, your premium product. And you could go into that fall with momentum, having hit 6 figures or more by the end of the year. Think about what next year's summertime will look like. Think about the places that you will travel. Think about the time you'll be able to spend with your family. Think about the level of choices where you're choosing this or that. You won't have to choose. You can have it all your own way, but it's based on the choices that you make right now that determine what's available to you. And I just wanted to share it with you from my heart because that's super important. I'm also going to share with you an opportunity for you to step into the master training. And let me tell you a little bit about it. I've hosted the Giant Experience Master Training since 2019, and it's an incredible master training. In the truest sense, a master training. And you get access to 2 parts. One part is an online curriculum that you can watch and rewind from the comfort of your home and replay. And it's phenomenal. It's very good. You get a workbook, you do the work, and you get the elements of how to take what you're doing and finally put it in a high ticket structure. But not only that, you also get access to a live coaching day with me. And it's an 8-hour day where I'm there to answer all of your questions around packaging your knowledge at the highest level and looking at the offer. So you get to say what it is, and I get to give you some feedback. Price, what you should be charging, what might be missing from your pricing package, how to think about it differently. So whether I'm talking to you or someone else, you're going to learn vicariously from watching me teach. And it's going to elevate you because there are going to be things that you're going to learn you've never heard ever before. I promise you. Okay. Number 3, you're going to learn how to position your marketing so that you are the obvious choice, and you're going to learn how to find buyers and how to build your sales process. It's what I teach. It's what I do. And it's my mastery. And I know that if you say yes to yourself, to the Giant Experience Master Training, it'll change your life. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. And then you'll have the opportunity than to take a peek inside of the master training. One second. Um, Let me make sure I have the page up. One second. So, it's just my goal to show you what works, right? And I know this works. So, one second. All right. So here is the Giant Experience Master Training page. Let me just make sure you guys are seeing what I want you to see. So let me check here. All righty, you are. Okay, perfect. So here's the Giant Experience Master Training. And um, and and it's an event that will teach you how to leverage and package what you know at the highest level. Okay, so you'll leverage your expertise, your education experience, and you'll learn over the course of the training how to put your knowledge into a high ticket structure on and offline. All right, so I just want to make sure that everybody can see me. And you can actually see my screen. I think you can. There was a slight delay online. All right. So what's included is the online training, which you get instant access to. And you also get an 8-hour live accelerated coaching session with me on Zoom. And it's phenomenal. And I'll cover step by step of what's included, but it literally is my life's work. I would say, does this sound like you, right? You want to understand how to change your one-to-one models to serve more of your clients in your group coaching program. And if this is you, all right, then the event's going to be for you. Maybe you possess a wealth of knowledge and you have an ability to create results for others, but you want to understand how to monetize it. Or you have a desire to build, launch, and scale your business, but you don't know the best approach. The master training is for you. You want to understand how to design a premium priced coaching, consulting, or online education offer. And you don't know where to get started with that. I will cover that. The training covers that. You want to learn how to position your marketing so you attract the right audience of investors. So I'm not a big fan of just being in front of anyone. You want to be in front of people who have the ability to invest, who choose things that can change their lives, right? And you want to understand how to build your business online and your offers without hustle and grind. I'm not a big fan of hustle and grinding and freemiums and all of these things, because we sell high ticket, okay, based on your knowledge, your gifts, your talents, and your expertise. And then you want to understand how to increase your prices to premium fees. And so if you're charging $100 an hour, $200 an hour, you understand that if you come into the master training, you're gonna learn how to sell what you do for $2,500 or more. Okay. And then you want to learn how to build a business that gives you greater freedom so you can enjoy your life, right? And you also want a truthful mentor that has a proven track record of success. And you want a mentor that can show you real examples. And I can do that. I think that's really important. I don't think it's what people ask enough. Most folks are just floating the same 5 testimonials over and over and over and over again, and there's a reason for it. Okay, if you're great at what you do, you have testimonials from people that you worked with in the past, and you have testimonies from people currently, and you're creating ongoing and consistent results. And it's what I stand by. So, I always say, let me show you how to turn that challenge into an opportunity. But likely you have noticed that a lot of these online courses have what I call a cookie cutter approach. And they offer generic strategies, right? And they lack personalized guidance that you need to navigate your complexities in your business or your industry or your background. And you also might find that there's like so much information overload and so many free resources and online courses that you're confused, because you're like, what do I need? Like, I don't even know anymore. And the truth is that a lot of that free and low fee guidance isn't meant to support your 6-figure success. It just isn't. You're not going to spend $97 and change your life. It's just not real. Okay. And yep, I said it. Okay. And And then likely you've had a lack of mentorship and support. So you haven't had the guidance from a mentor that understands your specific needs as a thought leader or a high achiever or an uber talented professional. And sometimes you can be judged for being that or feel uncomfortable being out of the box. Your thoughts are out of the box. And it can be difficult also to gain clarity and confidence to move forward when you sometimes can do a lot of different things. I see this because I work with so many incredibly smart people who just don't know where to begin. Or maybe the issue for you have been ineffective marketing strategies. While some solutions may have provided marketing tactics, a lot of times they miss the mark when it comes to helping you to attract the right audience and position yourself and effectively communicate the value of your offering. So you're seeing all these marketing techniques and it takes like 10 months to put it all together. And you're like, oh my gosh, what if you could just go to market right away? You need a simple process to do it. Sometimes there's a limited focus on sales and pricing. So pricing your services and selling them at the right value is a critical aspect of building a successful business. And yet many solutions fail to provide the necessary tools and the strategies to confidently navigate this critical area. And it's really just flat true. So a lot of highly skilled women are undervaluing themselves. And then, quite frankly, inexperienced guidance and mentors. And they don't have a proven track record of success. They may have been in business forever, but the clients aren't getting results. And the fact of the matter is a lot of us aren't asking the right kind of questions, and that's why I provide a 4-hour testimonial reel. You can see for yourself whether or not you want to work with somebody that's got 4-hour testimonial reel for this product. All right. But what if you could package and price your services at the highest level? What if you could do that? All right. And you got rid of those outdated models. You started serving at your highest and you could attract the people that you want when you feel more confident, right, in your offer. What if you could attract the right clients who value your results and you understood how to do that? And that's my mastery, showing my clients how to do it. What if you could stand in your value and create a profitable business? What if you stopped undercharging, right? And you learn to be confident and to stand in your value to create a thriving business that delivers exceptional results without depleting your energy and your resources. I am talking to you. And what if you could build a profitable business foundation in 45 days? 45 days that would change the trajectory of your life. And that's what my clients do. And that's the Giant Experience Master Training. This is when I did this training live in Baltimore. These women here closed over $250,000 within 2 weeks of the event. And collectively, my clients have made multi-millions of dollars as a result of participating here. So here it is. At the Giant Experience Master Training online, you sign up today, you get instant access to the course. And then the live training, their training dates, the next one is in July, but there's a July date, there's an August date, there's a September date. So you pick the live day that you're ready for the coaching. So you get the training that you need, but you also get the live coaching from me, and I'm there to answer your questions. And the training online is 10 hours of the best training that you've ever heard ever. And I teach you how to package and price your services, how to attract the right clients and value what you do, how to stand in your value, and how to build a foundation for a profitable business in 45 days. And, our program already has helped thousands of high-valued women generate incredible profits in their business. When you sign up, you choose the date that works for you. So you're in control. So what's included are these modules. Module 1 is all about packaging your services at the highest level. Okay. Module 2 is learning how to price your transformation step by step based on what I know works. Okay. Number 3, you'll learn how to position yourself in the marketplace as the obvious choice and stop trying to be like everybody else and understanding that I only want to work with you because you're you. You want to work with me because I'm me, okay? Because of my years of experience, because of my background gifts. So think about it. Now, module 4 is finding buyers in any market, all right? So you just click the link when you're ready. And then don't forget, in addition to the training, you get a full day of coaching with me. And I will tell you, will blow your mind. The value is definitely the course, but I will tell you that my consulting is laser coaching, and I answer the questions on the floor. It'll blow your mind. Most of my clients say they've never seen any consulting like this. I just give what I can so that I know that my clients are going to leave and they're going to be able to implement right away when they leave the training. Okay. And so, this is how the day is structured. Is on Zoom. You can choose, the win is you can choose your preferred date on the course once you get portal access, right? So you can choose from the comfort of your home, watch, rewind, replay, do what you want. Okay. But in addition to that, the live coaching, you choose the date for you. Also, that works, right? And because I want you to be present. All right. And everything's recorded for you for your convenience. The workbook is there. You get immediate access. And this is a rough schedule of what the day will look like. We will commence at 10 o'clock. And we're done at 6 o'clock. Sometimes we go over just a tad, but my only goal is to support you. And I know for a fact that you're going to get tons of value. One of the greatest things that I do during the training is I teach you how to sell online, and I show you how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, we're all selling online. And if you don't know how to do it, it's worth the price of admission just to learn that. And my work's been featured on so many publications and television, and I get to do what I love. And I've done corporate partnerships with many, many brands over the years. And I'd love to be able to take what I know how to do and show you how to package what you're doing. And over the course of 45 days, you create magic, and you'll go into this new year rocking it out. And you have to say yes to yourself and know that you deserve it. Now, who's this for? Doctors, consultants, course creators, influencers, moms, trainers, coaches, authors, chefs. Because when I got started, I did not necessarily fit in any of these categories other than a trainer. I was a professional woman and a mom, and I packaged and leveraged my skills. And I always sold my coaching as a mom coach for $2,500 or more. So I just want you guys to hear me on that. And then these are just some of what my clients are saying. Michelle, who's done over 6 figures with me, said, look, it's not been 24 hours since the conference ended. And a client that I'm working with just asked about how she could book a year-long contract and put a number out there for $15K, which might be 4 contracts by the end of tonight. I'm blown away. Yaya wrote, sold a new $20,000 course within 24 hours. Lisa writes, what has changed for me is with all of the education and all of the training, all of the workshops and private coaching that I've had, what I didn't really have was an understanding of how I could package these things, price them, and promote them. And now I have that with Mia. She's an amazing divorce coach. This is the real. It's 4 hours, okay? Listen, okay? I didn't say 4 minutes, 4 hours. And I put that there for you because results don't lie. Okay. And, this is what my clients have given me because of the results they created. And don't you want to work with someone that can show you this level of results and transformation? All right. And I think so, right? You're looking for that. And then these are just some other testimonials. I'll share one with you. That's one of my favorites. Because it's quick and to the point.
Women overcome their challenges and adversities to find their voice and to use it to advocate for themselves, for others, and for the causes that they believe in. I participated in Mia's Giant Virtual Experience Conference, and I got so much value out of it. I especially love the time that she took with the women in answering each and every one of their questions. And I had a lot of questions. And the answers that she gave me and listening to the others, I decided to take that and pitch myself to an organization to do some monthly coaching and consulting. And guess what, ladies? They said yes. I have a contract value of $144,000 for the year of 2021. That's $12,000 a month, about double of what I would normally charge. So thank you so much, Mia, for helping me overcome my challenge to use my voice to advocate for myself. I so appreciate all the work that you're doing with the women, especially in the Giant Virtual Experience Conference.
So that's one is Terry's testimonial.
I'm a licensed clinical social worker. This is my 5th week as a Giant and working with Mia as part of the Giant Circle. And I must tell you, I have already gained so much from my time doing the trainings and the coaching calls and all that she has to offer. So I have to tell you, I was so ready for this opportunity.
You got to be ready.
I was on green on gold the whole time. And my second week of doing the training, how to create a premium product that sells in 6 weeks. In my second week, I already had the framework and some of the content for that framework. In my third week, I got a phone call from a colleague who said to me, "Hey, do you have anything that you can offer the community around trauma and the work that you do, especially given the situations that we're in right now?" And I was able to say, "Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, I do." And he said, "Great." He said, put an outline or a description together for me, and I will have a check for you next week, probably in a range of $14,000. I said, "What?" To myself. I didn't say that to him. And then I was able to put it together. I got it to him, and I picked up my first check for $5,000, which is a portion of the 14, this past Monday. And I have to say, with 100% certainty, I would not have been ready for that opportunity had I not signed up to be a giant with Mia Redrick. No way. I would have been ready. She helped me to understand my value, and she helped me to begin to package all of these little pieces that I had put together, but did not know how to package them in a way as to be able to offer a premium product. So if you're thinking about signing up, sign up. I can tell you that I am not the same person now that I was before.
You guys get the idea. Here's Sharonda.
Hi, Mia. This is Sharonda. I wanted to send you a thank you because I was able to create and sell my very first premium product a week ago. And that was actually only after meeting you about 3.5 weeks ago. And so I'm sitting here thinking about all the places that I will go and realizing that it was a God ordained meeting that we had.
Yeah.
Because when I seen your Facebook ad one midnight after putting my little son to bed, I was really actually regretting that I had went back to work after I had him. At the time, he was only 5 months old, and I totally was looking for something different. Little did I know, by answering that ad and attending your retreat, that I would be able to sell a product over $2,000. I have never sold anything over two. I've never sold anything close to that amount. Honestly, I thought if I was to even think about raising my prices, no one would be interested in purchasing it. I have a few things out there.
Isn't that amazing, right? And yet, it is the conversation, right? It's what Evelyn said.
Hey, fellow giants, it is Chef Evelyn here, and I help corporate professionals build high-end culinary brands from scratch. And I wanted to come on and do this testimonial for Mia Redrick. So earlier this year, I had a conversation with Mia, and she challenged me to really serve my audience at a high level. We were having a conversation, and she told me to create a specific type of program, which if any of you have worked with her, you know Mia believes in service from your highest level, offering your largest transformation, and really up-leveling to serve people in your zone of genius. And so I took in the feedback and I was like, okay, I've never created anything like that is what I was thinking. And so I was like, okay, I'll get to it. And so last year I attended Mia's retreat. And if you have not attended Mia's retreat, I have earned back my investment so many times over since that retreat. If you look in this group, you'll see video testimonials from me specifically about how the sales script that she gave at that retreat and in her coaching programs has really helped me in my consulting business. And so I want to say that I took action on Mia's advice and I created a higher level experience for my audience. And I closed a $15,000 coaching client just last week. And so much so that I didn't reach out to her. I didn't even tell her about the program. She was in a smaller course that I had created, heard me mentioning it to another client, and then reached out to me, booked a strategy session, and she is now enrolled in the highest level of my program. And her deposit is paid, and she's actually going to pay it off early. And so I want to just say, first of all, thank you to Mia, because if Mia was not who she was, and if Mia hadn't challenged me to be all of who I am and to step into a bigger role, I would not have landed that 15K client. Okay. If Mia hadn't invested in herself at a high level and then been able to share that with those of us who have invested in ourselves through her, I wouldn't have had that. If I had not gone to the retreat and invested in myself, I wouldn't have the sales script and the systems in place to be able to book a 15K client. If I had not been a part of Mia's community and seen the results from other people, I would not have been able to book that client. So I will say this: if you are in this community and you have been watching a ton of videos from Mia, if you've been on her email list forever, then I would say you need to either get into one of her programs or you need to get the VIP ticket when she announces her retreat, because I'm telling you,
I love that. And I think so honest to know that you can take what you know and not have a high ticket offer and have it in a period of time and have a script and sell that quickly when you know exactly what to do.
And just hopping on here to give my business coach, Mia Redrick, a brief shout out. And since working with Mia, I've gone from working as a licensed therapist where I saw clients one-to-one to now creating a new business, a business that's time rich, where I work with clients one-to-many and creating just various products and services that I had never thought about until working with Mia. So if you are looking for a business coach that can help you package all of your training, education, knowledge, life experiences together at an optimal level, I highly recommend Mia Redrick.
So I just wanted to share a couple with you guys. I could go on and on. I mean, literally, because it goes on and on. But you can come here and see it yourself, thegiantexperience.com, and hear firsthand from these amazing women the kind of results and transformation that you get. Now, this is what's included in the Giant Experience Master Training, and I'm going to run through this just really quickly so that I'm going to bring my A game as always, right? You get the live accelerated coaching day with me. You choose the date you want. A July date, there's an August date, there's a September date. So when you get the training online, you actually can choose the live day, and there I will mentor you, answer your questions, help you really get clear on what could go in the package, what should be your price. And I answer the questions directly. You'll learn from being in an elevated environment, not with a bunch of people who are whining about what's going on. No. We're talking about high level, selling what you do at the highest level. Even if you don't have any idea how to charge for what you do, you got to get yourself in the environment where that's the only conversation. That is what's going to get you free. You'll get the models and the structure and the process, the package, what you know, step by step. And I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do via the training. You also get aside from the 10 hours of my training and my methodology, which is based on a process that I've used myself, and I've taught hundreds of other women to apply in this process of coming to the master training. You get that best practice. You get to hear for yourself to watch, rewind from the comfort of your home. You learn how to authentically sell and pitch, close, and sell to individuals, businesses, and corporate buyers. And I promise you, you will never look at selling the same way. It is not a salesy process. I'm not teaching anybody else's stuff. I'm going to show you an organic process that you can use to be able to close your sales, okay? And then you'll learn how to market and create a message that will attract your clients who will pay you for your results and your transformation. You'll learn how to set up a simple is the most important thing, 4-step or less funnel. Okay, you don't need anything complicated. And if you've been making it complicated, I'm telling you, I'm going to show you simple ways, a better way to offer your services like coaching, consulting, and online courses as high ticket offers. And you get bonus video training on how to protect your IP. We know that, today out here, you've worked so hard to create what it is that you do. And there's some best practices. My attorney, you'll get to hear a module from her on best practices to protect your IP. And you also get an implementation and accountability guide, which allows you to create a written record as you are applying what I'm teaching. And you get to be able to, rewatch and rewind, right? So if I added all of these things together and you see the values here for each of these things, it would cost $46,000, $976,000 for you to take the course. And you say $44,000, right? So the total investment, the only investment is $2,497. And it's the best deal ever. Most of my clients say that they would have paid, they would have paid me so much more than that, right? I'm going to cut this off for a sec. 1 second. Let me make sure that doesn't run. But
I'm here
just
to
click to this
just
page.
talk about how amazing Mia's mentorship has been to me. When I met Mia, I was booking my trips. I was booking trips and doing mastermind and retreat, customizing them for $900. Guys, it doesn't even make sense to me right now thinking about it. I was booking so less. I did not know my value. I did not see what value I had in whatever I was doing. So Mia's mentorship has really helped me with my mindset. Yeah. And that was the epiphany that I had, that my mindset, even though I was doing the work, I was doing the hard work, I was planning booking the trips, I was booking a lot of trips. I've been booking trips for a long time, for close to 6 years. And first time that I can simply sit here and say that I have gone past $900 to almost booking stuff for $7,000
per client.
Okay? Mm-hmm. First time in 6 years.
Is that amazing?
Guys, I am so excited. I am so grateful because even though I've always wanted to be a millionaire, okay? The way I was doing it, I was booking my trips before. It would have taken me 100 years to be a millionaire. But Mia always said, it's not about the number of people. Yeah. Don't work too many people. Don't think that you need too many people to achieve your goal. You can do less with more. So less is more.
That's correct.
Okay? So I had to change my mindset from simple going to people and just asking to book my trip to now, all I need is 20, 50 people max in a year to achieve my goal. And I am super duper excited because
you get the idea. So you'll go here, it recaps every single thing. You can choose a payment plan option if you want. Pay in full is $24.97. If you decide you need a payment plan, you can do a two payments of $1,447, or you can even do a three payments, $997. Okay. And if you're doing a payment plan, then obviously you have to be complete with that payment plan before you come to the live time. But it allows you to get started so we can go into the new year and you can be crystal clear around what your plan is to hit 6 figures or more in your business in this upcoming year. So I hope that this has supported you. Did this support you? Okay. Do you have questions for me? All right. I get so fired up when I come on, and my only goal is to support you and to give you what you need and to answer your questions and to show you what's real. Because I know that you've got a lot of choices where you've been. And I know you've been a lot of places, but the fact of the matter is right now, choose powerfully for yourself, show up for yourself, and choose a solution that can really be make all the difference for you. That can be the answer, and you don't need something else, right? Like literally. So I want to open the floor and answer any questions that you have. Remember, that's thegiantexperience.com. I'll post here in the chat is the link. And there you go, giantexperience.com. I just posted it, I think. Okay. And then I will show it here. There we go. So thegiantexperience.com is where you can go and you can sign up, grab your seat. You can start training immediately tonight. Are there any questions for me? Any questions about the master training? Any questions about the live I did tonight? It was good, right? And my only goal was to support you and just share with you, look, you can get here. You can get here. And this is not something that's so far off, but you're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to choose yourself, and you're going to have to make an investment in yourself, likely at the highest level. And I'd love to support you. Last call, any questions, any comments? If you're watching the replay, I also want to hear from you, comments, any of your questions as well. I'm here for it. I'm here to answer any question that's on the floor about the Giant Experience Master Training or the live today. Are there any questions for me? Did you get value as a result of being here today? Of course you did. All right. And I hope more importantly that you hear my heart and you know that I want this for you. I know that it's possible. There's an easier way to live. There's an easier way to work. And I'm into it. And it's time to renegotiate the variables in your life so that you have more of what you want, that your life reflects, what it is you want. All right, moving forward. All right, I want to thank you for your time today. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here, and you decided to be here for a reason. And I look forward to seeing you in the master training, and I look forward to having the opportunity to work with you directly. And together we'll partner to change your life and change your business, right? Get you to stand in your value, to show up and be the giant that you are, right? I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing night. Talk to you soon.